Before working with Rachel, I struggled with the idea of exercising and my fitness journey in general because one, I was intimidated by the gym, and two, I felt that in order to get a good workout, I had to spend hours in a day exercising just to feel a difference. When it came to my overall health and nutrition, I struggled because I pretty much ate what I wanted when I wanted. I had this idea that in order to be healthy, you had to eat specific foods and pretty much cut out everything else that wasn't healthy. However, when I started working with Rachel, I quickly learned that when it came to working out, you didn't have to spend hours in a day. You could do 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and still feel good about yourself, and you would still see progress. When it came to nutrition, I also learned that it's okay to love food and that you can eat anything you wanted as long as it was in moderation. I learned to count my macros. I learned what it meant to keep an eye out on carbs and protein and fats. I quickly learned, healthy fats versus unhealthy fats. And for the longest time, when it came to nutrition, carbs were always a big thing. People made me fear carbs. And with Rachel, I learned that it's okay to have carbs and not feel guilty about it. I also learned that everything takes time and patience and dedication. You didn't have to kill yourself just to see a difference over time. And that's one thing I loved about Rachel, is that she never made you feel guilty if you were sick a day. She never made you feel guilty if you didn't have time to work out in that day. I always felt like I could do the program on my own time and not be dinged for it. Whereas in the past, when I worked with trainers, it was like judgment after judgment, and I felt none of that with Rachel. Instead, I always felt encouraged working with her. I always felt like she never had anything bad to say about my food choices, and if I went over a little bit, it wasn't the end of the world for me. It was one of those encouraging things where you get off track, you get back on, and that's okay. And that's what I loved about working with Rachel. She always encouraged you to do your best and just keep pushing, whether you're having a good day, a bad day, or multiple good days or multiple bad days. No matter what, you always push through. And she was always there as your biggest supporter and your biggest encourager. So thank you, Rachel, for all of your time. For anyone who's on the fence about working with Rachel, I guarantee you that you will not regret it. She is a great advocate. She is a great supporter. She's also very knowledgeable, not just as a trainer, but also a doctor. It helps to have someone on that side working for you. Me personally, I went through menopause very early, so having Rachel understand that and see how that can impact my health really helped me understand my body a little bit more. I have to work a little extra harder because I'm going through menopause, and that's okay. It doesn't discourage me from getting to my journey. My journey is never ending. It's going to keep going, and I'm glad that I have Rachel at my side, because even though I don't work with her anymore, she's still there. And I know that if I have a question or need some support, that she will be there to support me and answer my questions when needed. So I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you, Rachel, for everything.